Your beliefs are controlling you until you learn to control them. The stories that you keep telling yourself are controlling you and controlling your reality until you learn to control them. How many times have you told yourself that you're not capable? You're not capable, I'm not capable, I'm not capable. And you keep repeating that story to yourself over and over and over again until that story creates a feeling within you of doubt, of low self-esteem, of low mood, of frustration. And then you try and operate from low self-worth, low self-esteem, frustration, and doubt, and you would try to expect to get a result that your higher self would whilst you're operating from the story that you keep telling yourself. That is what's happening. When you tell yourself that you're not good enough, what do you expect to happen? You tell yourself you're not good enough. It's a belief that you have from your childhood. The thoughts that are listed from that belief are things like, I can't do it. What's the point? It won't work for me. They're going to do it better than me. When you have those thoughts, it creates those feelings of self-doubt, of low self-worth, of low mood. And then when you're in that lower state, you then try to perform from that lower state and expect the results that you want from your higher self. It's not going to happen. I want you to think about your beliefs and these stories that you keep telling yourself as part of you. So my name is Katie, I'm in self. Katie is self, this is who I am, right? Then I have all of these different parts of me. So I have the imposter part of me that tells me that I might be a fraud. Or you might have the fear of failure part of you that tells you you're not good enough if you go all in and you fail. Or you have the fear of losing it all part that keeps you from gripping, that keeps you gripping onto everything. Or you might have a part of you that is a people pleaser and it stops you from certain boundaries. It makes you over deliver to everyone else and it makes you abandon yourself in the process of achieving your goals. You have all of these different parts of you that when you go to achieve what you want to achieve, one of these parts of you comes in and pulls you back. I want you to think of it as like a little stick man that every time that you go and try and achieve a goal, this little part of you pulls you back. Don't say that you're a fraud. Don't do that, you'll upset someone. Don't do that, you'll fail and you're not good enough. Don't go all in on that in case it doesn't work out for you and then we'll be judged and we'll be laughed at. Don't say that because it's embarrassing. So you make yourself a shell of yourself of your full potential and who you know you should be because of all of these parts of you from your childhood that are literally pulling you back and literally stopping you from operating as your higher self. Now, what happens when you tell yourself these stories, like I'm not capable, the part of your brain called the reticular activating system acts as a filter for your beliefs. So if you believe you are not capable, you are only ever going to experience and live a life that matches that belief of you not being capable. You won't go in at 100% at things. You won't push yourself because you don't quite believe you're capable enough. And you'll let these stories hold you back. Let's just say that, and it's simply an idea that you have accepted as the truth. It is not the truth. There's multiple truths out there, but you have accepted it as the truth and now you are operating as if it is the truth. Or let's just say that you have a part of you that believes that someone else will do it better than you, or someone is better than you, or let's just say that you have a part of you that doesn't believe that you are someone who can do that. You aren't that type of person. What's going to happen? You're going to find all the evidence to suggest that you aren't that type of person. And you're going to look at all the people who have that thing that you want, and your mind is going to perceive them as someone who is higher than you, not someone who is as equal or alike to them, confirming in your mind that you can never be like them, because in your mind they might actually be perceived as higher up. Visually in your mind you might actually perceive them as higher up and you are down here, so you're always looking up at them. You're never equal to them because you don't believe that you can be that type of person. So even visually you are seeing people as above you, confirming that you can't be that person. Your reticular activating system is always looking for evidence to support these beliefs. Let's just say that you don't believe that you belong, and that is a belief that you hold. You walk into a room, and in that room, someone walks past. And because you believe you don't belong, your reticular activated system won't look at that person and go, oh, that person's walked past because they're going to get a drink. That person's walked past because they're ignoring me and I shouldn't be here and I don't belong. You are seeing the world in a way. You are seeing what you believe. If you see yourself as someone who can't have that or can't obtain that goal, you will perform merely at that level. You will filter opportunities that if you believed you were that person, you would see. And this is why focus is so important. What you focus on is what you feel. If you focus on all the things that are going wrong, what are you going to feel? Negative emotions. And when you feel negative emotions, what are you going to do? Procrastinate, inact, because your mind is always seeking comfort and you will avoid those negative emotions. You will avoid working towards the goals. But let's just say you focus on things that are going well or things that have happened today, or let's just say you focus on reasons why you could be that person and you start seeing evidence for that. Actually, you know what? I did that last week. Oh, actually, that happened to me last week. Oh, actually, you know what? That person said that about me last week. Oh, that result happened to me when I put the effort in and it actually worked. And you start seeing things that you weren't previously seeing because when you tell yourself these stories, that is all you will see. But it does not mean it is the truth. Now, where are these stories coming from? You have picked up a belief in childhood. Let's just say that you have a belief that you're not good enough. And therefore you fear failure because if you fail, it'll only confirm this belief that you have that you're not enough. So if we take this belief and we subconsciously find the event where it came from in childhood through subconscious reprogramming, it likely will have come from an internalization that you have made about an experience that you have seen in your childhood and you made it mean something about you. So, for example, let's just say that mum and dad were arguing when you were 7 years old. Now, as a 7 year old, you are literally like a sponge. You don't think, oh, mum and dad are arguing because they've had a really bad day at work. You think, oh, mum and dad are arguing. That must mean it's my fault and therefore I'm not good enough. And you take that belief on, and that belief has now become part of you. So when you're going to go after your big goals, this belief comes in and goes, hold a minute, you're not good enough, don't do that. And it perceives your goal as a threat, perceives the potential failure as a threat because it will confirm this belief that you have. Or let's just say that I don't know, you had a sibling that you felt was smarter than you and they got praised for being smarter than you. And now you believe that you're not smart enough, or you're not good enough, or you're not knowledgeable enough. So every time that you go to learn something that would help you achieve your goal, that little part of you tells you you're not smart enough, don't do that, because if you do that and you get it wrong, it will only confirm this belief that this part holds that you're not smart enough. Or don't say that with conviction, don't say that with confidence, don't share that value because it will confirm that you're not smart enough. Or let's just dumb ourselves down because then that will confirm this belief that you're not smart enough. It is not the truth. You are smart at different things. Maybe you just weren't smart at maths in school, but you have internalized that event and that time in your life as you not being smart enough. Doesn't mean you're not smart enough. It's not the truth. Just because someone's not good at maths doesn't mean they're not smart. But it's just what society has built. And you are now taking that belief and you are running the show with that belief. You are operating from that belief of not being smart. You'll even put yourself down to act dumb so you can avoid the potential judgment because you've already decided that you're not smart enough. So no one else can decide you're not smart enough. It's like when you walk into a room and you say, oh, I'm really bloated. So people don't judge you because you've already judged yourself. Your judgment is not the truth. It is merely just a part of you that is running the show from childhood, that you are now deciding to operate in and decide it is your truth. It's not the truth. Because if it was a truth, tell me all the other reasons why you've been capable of things, or tell me all the other reasons. So I want you to think of your stories as positively charged and negatively charged. Let's just say that you have a story that no one will listen to me. And you genuinely believe that, oh, no one will listen to me. Why would people listen to me? People won't take me seriously. You repeat that thought over and over and over again in your mind. What do? No one will listen to me. People won't take me seriously. You literally become that thought. Literally. Your body language, your tone of voice, everything. Your energy behind that literally reflects the thought in itself. And then you project that out into the world and you expect people to listen to you. Versus everyone will listen to me because what I have to say is so valuable. I know I can help people. I know I'm good enough to help people. And I know people will want to listen to me because what I have to say is very, very important. If you had that as your story, how would you show up? Shoulders back, you'd be more open, you'd be more energetic, you'll be more positive. When you're more positive, your body moves with you. You'd start talking like you are the one. Yeah, literally just the difference in story, the difference in the emotional charge behind both of those stories literally dictates how you show up and then how you are perceived. And actually, the story that you tell yourself, if you people won't listen to you, people don't think you're important, people won't think that you're interesting enough to listen to. You bet that you will show up like that, and you won't be interesting enough to listen to, right? Because you are literally projecting that thought in your mind into reality by behaving in a way that supports that. For example, some people will believe that they're boring. And genuinely, because they have a belief that they're boring, they will sound boring as fuck. They're like, so today, guys, I just want to go over with you and share 3 tips on how you can overcome imposter syndrome. You sound monotone because you believe you're boring. There's a part of you believes you're boring, and it's now become your identity because you daren't show the fun personality part of you. Because if you show that part of you, that's not who you are. You're boring. You're not someone who's fun. You've adopted that identity from a little event in the past. Let's just say that when you were 17 and you split up from your friends and they went out drinking and you decided to work on your goals, you internalized that as you're boring because you had no one else around you who showed you what life could be like without drinking and how it could be fun without drinking, aka working on your goals, smashing a gym, I don't know, meeting up at a coffee shop, having fun in a different way. That is fun to you. But because the idea of fun and the normalized idea of fun around that time was drinking, you've now decided that you're boring. Yet, if you had another group of like-minded people around you who were doing the same things and found it fun, you would never have decided that you're boring. And now I'm boring has become such a big part of your identity. I am boring, that you sound boring and you are boring because you believe you are boring and you are monotone. And I don't know, let's just say that you try and show your personality and then your mind goes blank because your subconscious mind is not, it has accepted the truth that you are boring. So how could it literally get you to show up and show your personality? How could it do that if it believes you're boring? It's not what's true in your subconscious mind. But that doesn't make it not true. That's just what you believe. Doesn't mean it's true. Because before that and as a kid, you would never have been boring. Yeah, so you've taken on that belief. So the stories that you tell yourself are literally shaping your self-perception, your self-image, your self-concept, however you want to say it, your identity, whatever word you want to use, and that is shaping how you decide to show up before the world sees you, before you get your goals, before you become that person. So you want to start shifting your identity of this is who I have been my whole life, doesn't mean this is who I am, right? This is who I'm becoming. What would be different for you if you decided that I'm becoming someone who is capable? I'm becoming someone who is authentic and is fun. What would happen? You would start to find the evidence that would support that. So, for example, at the moment, you're just seeing yourself as boring because you're comparing yourself to your old expectation of fun. Yet, if we looked at the people you have fun around and you are your authentic self around, I don't think they would call you boring because that's their idea of fun as well. Yeah. It's literally just relative to who you're around in your environment and what's the expectation at that point. So you want to change your story by you first change your belief, which is you need to find out where it comes from in childhood, which is what I do. Then what will happen is when you change your belief, you change your thoughts because your belief creates your thoughts, creates your feelings, creates inaction or action. So your belief is that I am capable. You're going to start having the thoughts of like, I can do it. Like, I want to try that. Oh, actually, do you know what? I could do that. Of course, I could do that. When you believe you can do it, you're going to take action to do it because there's no threat of failing because you believe you can do it. Yeah. And then your state is elated. You are more excited. You're more optimistic. When you are in that state, you move forward. Yeah. Because you're going to move away from staying the same. You're going to move forward. You're going to move towards a challenge because you know you can do it. Right. So you want to start deciding what do you want your new story to be and what state, if you actually started repeating those thoughts to you and thinking those thoughts and changing your identity to become that person, what state would you have? Oh my God, of course people want to listen to me. Of course people want, actually, do you know what? I'm going to start sharing that. I'm going to start talking about that. And then you get excited about it. And when you're excited about it, the energy is different. People are attracted to that. Yeah, because you believe it. It's a truth now in your mind that you're interesting. You're going to speak with a whole lot more conviction, and people are going to believe that. Doesn't mean it's true. You might not be interested, but you believe you're interested. And therefore, you speak with conviction. And therefore, when you speak with conviction, other people believe in you. And therefore, it's now become a truth between you and those people. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no actual truth. It's just what you believe. So, for example, one person could say that it works this way, one person could say it works this way. Both are true. They might not be true for you, but which one do you believe in? Okay, actually, do you know what? That one resonates more with me. That's now going to be my truth, and I believe in that, and therefore it's a truth. Doesn't mean it's a truth. It's just what's worked for them, and it now might work for you, and it becomes your truth. It's conviction behind everything you say is what you need. Conviction in your ability to do something, conviction in the person that you want to become. Conviction wins all the time. And the last part that I want to talk about is you need to have enough trust in your goals, in who you want to be, in your higher self. When you break free from the old self, from the old patterns, and you become into the new self and the new patterns and the new behaviors and the new beliefs, you have to have trust in that because you haven't experienced that as your reality yet so far. You've only ever experienced, oh, I'm just someone who can't do that. Oh, I'm always in a low mood. Oh, I'm always negative. Oh, I'm always this. So when you're moving towards a new state, you have to have trust in that it'll work because your mind will always want you to resort back to your old state. trust is so important when you're moving into a new identity, or moving into new opportunities, or moving into the unknown and letting go of the old. You literally have to have trust. You've never been that before. You've never experienced that before. You have to have trust. You have to. I'm going to do this and I'm going to just trust myself. And you surrender and you let go and you can move towards it easier. All right, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.